First little overnighter. Gonna do about 1,000 Ks. Do about 1,000 kilometers. Heading up to Mount Gambier for New Year's Eve. Something random, something a little bit different. Wanted to do an overnighter on our time off. So this is what we're riding. And we've never ridden these anything more than just esplanades and coastal rides. Never normally has this big dog on the back, but that came with the purchase of the bike, which is going to come in handy. So we've only ridden about 25 kilometres from our house. We're up at Blackwood in South Australia, and I think we're going to quickly try find somewhere for a coffee, maybe get a bit of adult juice into us, and then we'll hit the road. It's about 500 kilometres each way, just under. But with stops and starts and going off the beaten track, I'm sure it'll be 1,000 K plus trip in a 24-hour, 36-hour period. So let's see if we can find a coffee, and then we'll hit the road. All right, quick little coffee stop's done. Ready to hit the road?
Yeah.
Okay, so the destination is Mount Gambier, South Australia, but the first stop we're going to go to is a place called Narracourt, and check out the Narracourt caves. It's meant to be some caves, so let's go check that out. I'm guessing we roughly got about probably 3.5 hours worth of riding to get there, with a fuel stop or so in between. But let's do it. Let's hit the road. Unfortunately my rear tyre is shredding itself to bits, so these guys are the only ones that have answered. We called about 2 hours ago, probably 180 Ks ago, where we realised my tyre was just too soft for the type of riding we're doing, and it's just mincing itself. So I'm not sure if you can see, but it is just eating itself up. So the fact that we're only in about 360 odd Ks into the 1,000 K trip, There's just no way it was going to make it. So thankfully these guys reckoned they'll have a tyre for me. And then there was only one other place in Narracourt that could fit it, so I'm gonna have to somehow get the tyre there, probably wear it around myself like a donut. But anyway, let's go inside and see what they've got. This thing's holding up well though, the old pack rack. Saving the day. Yeah, 180, 55, 17, yeah. Well, $370 later, got the fresh tyre. Luckily we've only got about 2 k's or something up the road apparently to the local Bridgestone that's going to save the day and help me fit it. So let's hope they don't wreck my nice blue alloy wheel in the process. But anyway, let's go see these guys. Fucking hell. Anyway, thought I was coming here to see the Narracourt Caves, not have to fucking turn into virtually the Michelin Man with a tyre around my gut. Oh well, these things happen. Alright, a little bit of a dilemma here. So, as you can see, it's the new rear tyre. That's the bike, and it's not on the bike. So, come down to these lovely people. Bridgestone Narracourt. Admittedly, they are very nice people, but they forgot to mention that they can't change tyres unless the wheel is completely removed off the bike, and they have no way of removing this wheel off the bike. They've got nothing to do it with. So we're kind of semi-stuck, but then luckily enough they've actually made contact with their sort of sister store about an hour and 10 minutes away. It's about 97 kilometres. We've got a ride on this rear tyre that's shagging out pretty quickly, I'll say. So, but yeah, they've made contact with the store in Mount Gambier, which is our destination, that can fit it for us. So now we just got to strap the tyre back around the body and hope that we make the pretty much 100k hour plus journey to Mount Gambier without it blowing out, and then we can get it sorted. So at least one bike's going well. These are the joys of doing a little bit longer haul trips, I suppose. Things can occur. That's all right, we'll push on. All right, hit the road, get some fuel on the road to Mount Gambier. Wish us all the best.
Let's do it.
All right, so we're loaded up. Leah's bike's pretty much become the chariot. It's become the trailer. And the main reason we've decided to put it on her bike, because I had a mate reach out to me and say, hey, make sure you've got something to put around the front of the tyre in front of you so it doesn't just wear your paint off your tank, because it's happened to him prior doing this. So it's not really something I thought of. We did have a rag, but at least on the MT-07 it's got the hard plastic. It's really got a couple of little scuffs on it. So Leah's offered to be the chariot for the tyre, and also probably a little bit of less weight on my bike. It's probably not a bad idea either. So anyway, we'll crack on.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.